Hello, 8th graders. Welcome back to another Business Basics session. I'm your teacher, Miss Verona James, and today we will be looking at the different levels of production. You will be able to identify the different levels of production, differentiate among the different levels, as well as to give examples of each level of production. What are they? There are three levels of production. One, subsistence level of production, two, domestic level of production, and three, the surplus or export level of production. All three levels of production assist in providing the needs and wants for all members of the society. What is the subsistence level of production? At this level of production, goods and services are usually produced towards satisfying the basic needs or wants of an individual and his or her family. Most persons who are engaged in production at the subsistence level are usually involved in agricultural activities, and this type of production is usually not sufficient to supply the needs of a country or the nation at large, and it requires many hours of hard work. Example of subsistence level production would be the rearing of poultry to feed a family. What is the domestic level of production? Production of goods and services at the domestic level is usually produced to be supplied for a country or a nation. These goods or services are not usually exported. This level of production does not involve any imports or exports of goods and services. Example of producing goods or services at the domestic level would be using lumber to produce furniture for a country. What is the surplus level of production? This level is also called the export level of production because goods and services are usually produced for export. Export production or surplus level production is usually found in countries that have large supplies of raw materials and modern technology to exploit them. This level is usually geared towards obtaining foreign exchange earnings. An example of production at the surplus level would be the production of bauxite for export, as the case with Jamaica. Jamaicans always produce bauxite mainly for export, and this increases the country's earnings. What is the difference among the levels of production? At the subsistence level, family members usually find employment in doing agricultural activities to supplement the family's income. And at the domestic level, a country is able to provide goods and services that are needed within the country, thus saving money on the importation of those goods or services. And producing goods and services at the surplus level usually improves the employment and economic growth of a country. What have you learned about surplus level, domestic level, and subsistence level of production? Stay safe, stay protected. This is the end of today's presentation.